If you want to provide extra support for ThunderBuddy 01 Productions, become an official ThunderBuddy superfan. For just $2.99 a month, you will get access to exclusive emojis, get a cool badge next to your name, and other cool perks such as shoutouts and priority replies to your comments. Join now with the link in the top of the description. Just a quick note before we start, I would like to personally thank DerpyFireAlarms for helping with the scripting of this episode. Her observations will be pointed out with VoiceText Paul, while mine will continue to be used with ScanSoft Tom. DerpyFireAlarms' channel will be linked in the description box below. The following presentation is for entertainment and joking purposes only. If you can't take a joke, then either grow a pair of balls, or don't watch this video. Profanity, although censored, will be present in this video. Viewer discretion is advised, or not. It's not my fault if you let your 5-year-old son watch this video. YouTube Kids and content filtration exist for a reason. ThunderBuddy 01 means no ill intent with any comments or references made, unless you are an exiled member of a community. If you are a person who was exiled from a community within the past 5,000 years, then no mercy will be shown, because f*** you. As with the original content, the link will be in the description. There will be spoilers, unless you watched the video already. If you did, then good for you. Take some head pats and a bitch slap to the face, because you're about to watch me rip this video a new asshole.
It's so cold.
Hoopty fucking shit. More copyrighted material for ThunderBuddy 01 to trim out. No really, I thought we were safe from everything, and we didn't have a worry in the world. Global warming is a myth. God created everything, and the world is getting colder. Calling it now, the world will end and everyone will die. What are you talking about? The planet is already safe. Why are y'all asking the viewers? They are probably more concerned about whether or not their wife or husband or not to be will be featured in the scenario anyway. Imagine using EAS headers to introduce the main editors of the scenario. Radio supremacy. Take away one sin. No f*** you bitch, you didn't even contribute to the scenario except for the idea itself. The scenario is getting 1,000 cents. Legend has it that the Sendek is an offspring of WSCRAM Chicago's Sage Digital Endek, infamously known for its low pitch. Okay, f*** this, you're getting sinned. Your title card graphics aren't even a saving grace.
You're listening
again with this inaccurate Paul shit. You have ScanSoft and Speechify Toms. Just use those voices. It's the closest we'll get to CRS anyway, and it's better than hearing this failed attempt at a BMH system.
To be fair though, the scenario was worked on months before creators had access to the VoiceText software, and was published only 11 days after the BMH expired license issue in the same month. Take away 5 sins.
Here is the 4.
Okay, at least I know what I'm listening to now instead of just guessing the portion of the broadcast cycle I'm listening to. Take away 1 sin.
27 degrees. Unusually cool temperatures are being observed in Arizona at this time and in numerous locations in the western United States.
I think a special weather statement would have sufficed for this message instead of a public information statement. I'm only saying this because most National Weather Service offices don't even play public information statements over the air.
A record event report would have sufficed as well. given that its primary purpose is to inform listeners of record-breaking climate.
At this time of year, temperatures in these areas normally climb up to the upper 80s to mid-90s, and perhaps even into the mid-100s.
Just say, temperatures usually range between the 80s and lower 100s around this time of year. Most people have the attention span of a potato anyway, may as well shorten up the bulletins to help with that problem.
It is unknown why these cooler temperatures are present in the forecast area at the present moment, but it is believed that a very rare weather pattern has caused this event to occur.
Did you not learn anything from rising heat?
The National Weather Service will continue to carry updated news and information to the public through KEC 94 and other transmitters.
You could have just said, the National Weather Service will continue to provide updated information through No Weather Radio, instead of mentioning KEC 94 and the other transmitters operated by NWS Phoenix.
Most offices don't even refer to their transmitters by the call sign unless it's a station outage statement.
You're listening to National Weather Service No Weather Radio, KEC 94.
I could go on the same rant that I did for rising heat, but I'll just save you the time and say, gee, I'm not sure what would happen. Just wanted to give a personal f*** you to WMXJ for taking your 1027 The Beach away from WBA on Long Island, you f***.
And we continue our top stories.
Bruh, who the f*** is this dude? Song just ended, and I don't even know this f***ing guy's name. Just jumped straight into the newscast.
The National Weather Service has already issued a statement about the cooler temperatures, and, according to recent reports, it appears that an unusually weird weather pattern is currently in place, which is causing the temperatures to rapidly drop.
Tell me no anyone.
Even here in Miami this evening, it is close to reaching 65 degrees, which is unseasonably cool for this time of year.
Boy, do you think that's cold. Just wait until you head to either the North or South Poles. Or better yet, come to the Northeast. Then, you can complain about the cold weather. But for now, shut the f*** up.
Southerners be like.
Until then, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now, here's some more music on Magic 102.7.
Is it 1027 The Beach, or Magic 102.7? Make up your f***ing mind.
On this episode of Siren Hunters.
These temperature drops are more interesting than the f***ing font used for these unnecessarily lengthy captions. Like bruh, at least it's legible, but holy sh**, that's an ugly ass font, if I've ever seen one.
The color contrast is so poor that I almost didn't see the text.
Good morning, Fort Wayne. This is Lillian Clark with your morning news at 6 a.m. Our main story continues to be the way below normal temperatures for July being reported across the Ohio Valley.
It only seems logical that she voices reports relating to Ohio. Carry on.
Areas normally seeing lows in the 60s and 70s. This time
OMG, you trapped a wampus in your radio station. What the absolute hell is wrong with you? This is wampus cruelty.
of year are seeing 40s and even some high 30s in the morning. The National Weather Service has already issued a few statements concerning these abnormal temperatures and has been noted.
Not sure why the broadcast glitched out like this, but okay.
That was so unexpected I think I peed a little.
Taking you back to the rock. 98.9 The Bear.
The identification message says, back to the rock, but yet this is electro-funk styled music. Unless my accuracy in determining genres of music is wrong, that don't line up.
Don't worry, Tom, it's not you. It's a desperate attempt to avoid copyright claims.
More odd than that font? Yeah, for sure.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from the WIOD News Desk.
Oh hey look, it's Dinkleberry McFace, also known as Give Me Money Man.
Yourself. Don't you have any more phones or fire alarms to shove up your... Bruh, we talked about this in Rising Heat. If the alert data was shown on the screen, the NDAC would have decoded that shit by now.
It makes it look cool to the kids.
The children. Wait, stop, that's not what I meant. Okay, I highly doubt that NWS Miami would request this type of alert to be pushed to no weather radio, especially when considering that Florida literally uses CAP for everything.
The following message.
This Paul voice good and hard like Kim Kardashian f***ed Kanye West.
Wow, you're so rude. At least it doesn't sound as bad as Nuanced Tom. All of my versions sound smooth either way.
Lol f*** Nuanced Tom. He can keep sucking Weather Radio Canada's maple syrup for all I care.
It is unknown how these patches of black ice formed, especially in this part of the country, but the situation should not last too long, as temperatures shouldn't be cold enough to support freezing for over 20 minutes.
And before this gets jinxed in its entirety.
Wait, isn't that the main point of the scenario?
Again with the overly dramatic comments. Not to mention the fact that they're literally asking questions about the conditions that were just mentioned in the alert. 2 cents for that. Quit questioning the obvious.
Texas. That is all.
Okay, now given the location of this particular alert, I can actually see a civil emergency message being pushed to no weather radio.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the San Antonio Police Department.
Oh my god, it's Among Us. Not as ridiculous as your font.
Can you shut up about the font already? We get it, just add 100 cents for the font being used in its entirety and call it a day.
I would appreciate it if you didn't yell in my ear like your typical 12-year-old EAS fan, but your wish is my command.
An unusual event.
Again with this public information statement shit.
A winter storm watch has already been issued for portions of the Piedmont and western North Carolina as a result of temperatures being in the mid-40s at this time. Heavy snow is likely during the next couple of days across the forecast area, and it is currently unknown why these cold temperatures are suddenly happening.
Knowing GSP, that particular line could probably be inserted into the regional weather summary. Oh, wait.
It is...
Damn bro, Paul is so pissed about these temperatures he's even swearing on the air.
Yeah, unlike you, who literally couldn't because you had a 2-second silence before the headers dropped.
Just goes to show how much sure I am behind the microphone, if I'm honest. Oh my god. It feels so good hearing an actual weather radio going off for an alert in this scenario.
Here is a winter weather statement. Winter storm warning in effect from 9 p.m. this evening to 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday.
New York.
The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a winter storm warning for heavy snow, sleet, and ice, which is in effect from 9 p.m. this evening to 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday. The winter storm watch is no longer in effect. What?
So are you using the HASSIM format or not?
Well, at least it's better than all the mega simps these creators have.
Lol, that's so true.
Heavy mixed precipitation expected starting tonight around 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
I don't think NWS offices would specify the timestamp in the products they're issuing, when it's not in the headline, or, at least in this format, in the when segment.
Changing over to freezing rain periodically. Total snow and sleet accumulations of up to 12 to 16 inches is expected, along with nearly an inch of ice, possibly more. Where? Western North Carolina mountain locations along and east of the central and northern Blue Ridge Mountains, including a majority of the Piedmont as well. The adjacent North Carolina foothills are also included.
You could have just said, Western and Piedmont, North Carolina, and shortened up the warning by a good few seconds.
That wouldn't matter much anyway given that these creators didn't seem to recognize the 2-minute alert timer to begin with.
And this is why, children, that the BMH is pure and utter garbage to begin with. CRS supremacy.
I'm sorry, what? You literally had the same issue except you had an extra 30 seconds.
Whatever, I'm adding 3 cents.
A winter storm warning means significant amounts of snow, sleet, and ice will make travel very hazardous or impossible. Keep in mind that this is an unusual situation for this time of year, but due to recent temperatures falling below normal in some areas across the country, along with recent recordings in the atmosphere, the National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for the most common areas of snowfall. Current temperatures in this area have unusually dropped to near 35 degrees Fahrenheit, which is definitely not a normal temperature to be experiencing in the middle of summer. Please continue to listen to NOAA Weather Radio for the latest updates about this unusual winter storm.
This whole statement regarding the unusual time of year for winter storm warnings being issued could have gone in the additional details segment if I'm honest.
Additional details can be found at www.weather.gov/GSP. An unusual event is currently unfolding across the entire western half of North Carolina. Major drops in temperatures in certain areas have been happening across the country, which are well below normal for this time of year.
You're acting surprised, because you got a winter storm warning. They are more common in mountainous regions anyway, which is where WNG 538 is broadcasting from. But if you're looking for more surprise winter storm warnings, again, come to the Northeast. We get plenty of them.
Ah yes, FFC land. Prepare for boredom as they do not tone jack shit.
Ice storm warning in effect from midnight Eastern Daylight Time Wednesday to 4 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday. Wind chill warning in effect from 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday.
I don't think mentioning the timestamps in the product twice would be necessary, as most offices just say them once, unless you're in one of the good offices that don't say the timestamps.
A wind chill warning has also been issued.
Wind.
Winds of wind chills, gusty winds, the dangerously cold wind chills a wind chill warning means.
This is slowly getting worse by the second. Clichés, am I right?
Be real, if clichés weren't used in modern films you'd probably be riding a flat roller coaster of a plot line, or shall I say, plot-toe line. Pure buff. Take away one sin.
Today's hit music, Z102.9, coming out of Cedar Rapids, KZIA-FM.
From bop to trash in a hot second. Just like 6ix9ine's music.
Civil emergency message in effect. The following message.
Dave, stop acting like us, and stop doing that collect shit.
Is transmitted at the request of the Linn County Emergency Management. An unusually dangerous situation is unfolding across the city of Cedar Rapids and the entirety of Linn County. Reports of sudden ice patches causing several accidents in the city of Cedar Rapids have been reported by the public, along with local authorities and police.
So you mean to tell me nobody in Iowa knows how to drive?
Additionally, local law enforcement across Linn County have received numerous reports of buildings being frozen shut due to the ice. This situation is related to an unusual nationwide temperature drop. As the National Weather Service continues to investigate the root of the problem, the situation appears to be slowly getting worse. Residents across Linn County are requested to remain at home, and if possible, preserve heating to the best of their ability. This situation is currently being investigated as time goes on.
Investigation again. It's always investigating. Watch the actual reason be disclosed towards the very end of the scenario, just like rising heat.
Not towards the very end. Rather, at the very end.
Something really wrong is happening right now. Again, no Sherlock, you can quit stalling now.
WHOAM. WHOAMI?
Now, currently having some...
Wow, of course, he narrates the portion involving Iowa.
Including the city of Cedar Rapids.
In no way would, and should, an index tones be heard that loud, and that close to the microphone. It'd drown out the intercourse I'm hearing in the next room.
Most stations have the speakers muted anyway.
And we are also receiving a civil emergency message for our area now through our encoder.
90% of broadcasters wouldn't even pay that much attention to the type of alert, let alone the alert in general, going over the NDEC. Yet another sin down.
So, please stand by as we activate the emergency alert system.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Polk County Emergency Management.
If you're going to use Dave, use it right and make him read out the Sage 3644 log.
Cue my message from the 27-minute 30-second mark.
Widespread ice coverage has been reported in the city of Des Moines, Iowa. Local law enforcement reported numerous buildings and roads in the heart of the city freezing solid in a matter of seconds, with some reports of people being trapped inside some buildings, restaurants, hotels, and hospitals. Several ice accumulations of 1 to 2 inches or higher are becoming quite common in these areas, and has already caused several car accidents to occur.
Again, this just proves that people in Iowa don't know how to fucking drive. Slow down for fuck's sake.
There have also been some reports from eyewitnesses that some people in cars had to be thrown out from the ground due to the sudden freezing in the affected area.
Have fun trying to reproduce.
Injuries and fatalities have been reported due to the extreme conditions. These ice patches are also extremely dangerous to touch, as they have been measured to contain temperatures of -35 degrees Fahrenheit.
No fucking shit, the ice is dangerous to touch. Do you want your tongue to be stuck to a fucking telephone pole, you dumb?
As this unusual temperature drop continues across the country, more ice patches will form in usually hot and humid areas, possibly causing more damage. This is a very dangerous situation and should be taken seriously.
Clichés, clichés, and more fucking clichés. Hoopty fucking shit.
All residents in the city of Des Moines should listen to the following instructions.
Nobody's gonna be listening anyway. They are probably ransacking your... Ouchie.
It's Iowa, enough said.
Get indoors immediately and stay warm as much as you can. Lock all windows and doors. Put on extra clothing and blankets to avoid hypothermia. Do not go outside for any reason, as it is very dangerous to do so. This situation is currently being investigated as time goes on by the National Weather Service. Continue to monitor local media outlets for the latest information. We will have more on this situation as updates occur. Travel will be best on well-treated surfaces, and quite difficult on any unplowed or untreated surfaces.
Wow, okay, Taunton Jr. Fucking trying to copy the old winter storm warning call to action statements from the CRS days. What next? Are you gonna spew ice pellets out of your hole or something? No, you need to investigate this further. You are the ones who made this scenario. You need to do the work, and you need to stop stalling for time.
There is no fucking way that every station used in this goddamn scenario utilizes the overrated Sage Digital. Get creative, for God's sake.
From a creative standpoint, I can see why you'd say that, but as far as realism goes, 90% of stations across the country use a Sage Digital NDEC.
Insert me shaking my head here.
That font looks like something straight out of Radio Shack 12262, and I can't even read it.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Racine County Emergency Management. A dangerous situation is unfolding in the city of Racine, Wisconsin. At approximately 9:31 p.m. Central Daylight Time, reports of widespread ice coverage in the city of...
Did that shit really take all of your might, Dave? Fucking 2016 BMH moment right there.
That, my friend, is a prime example of someone busting a weak one.
Racine have been coming in rapidly, causing damage and widespread panic throughout the city. A vast majority of the city is being frozen solid as this alert is being sent out, with several eyewitness reports coming through radio stations and news outlets.
Wouldn't you already be frozen, and not transmitting, if that was the case?
There are also reports indicating that a few buildings in the area have frozen solid, in addition to any door and window on said buildings being frozen shut in their current position, trapping occupants in their present locations. There have also been disturbing reports of people being found frozen solid in place in various locations. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation.
We fucking get it. Stop saying it's dangerous and literally every fucking alert before I dropkick your nutsack and throw your ass to the self-jetty of Fort Pierce Inlet.
Because of the continued drop in temperatures across the United States, residents are encouraged to follow mandatory orders given by local authorities, as well as the United States government.
But I want to go Tokyo drifting with my homies at 5 a.m. and piss off the entire state. Also, you say that we need to follow mandatory hours, but you never specified what the curfew is. So one more sin for a lack of information.
Stay inside at all times during this event. Dress yourself in thick.
Whoa Dave, I didn't know you were a horny boy. Oh whoa.
There are also some rumors saying that something supernatural may be happening globally, but this has not yet been confirmed. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration has been notified and is working to figure out the reason why these cold temperatures are occurring during such a hot time of the year.
Bruh, what the f***, NASA wasn't notified earlier, you dumb sh**.
Please stay tuned to your favorite news source or radio station for further information as this situation develops.
This is getting really bad. Yeah, I haven't fapped in 36.5 minutes, because y'all keep taking forever to finish the plot.
But I like watching it for the plot though.
Shut the f*** up, Paul. Nobody asked for your opinion.
Bitch, excuse me?
Yeah, nobody asked for your opinion. Props for featuring Alaska. Take away one sin. This song's title looks like something that came out of the Blue Man Group. Oh my lord.
Hello, hearing aids, my good friend.
Damn, did you not use protection or something? No. EMNet.
EMNet is received digitally through the Sage 3644, so the fact that the audio is all garbled makes zero sense.
Just EMNet overall. All you hear is, a sex alert has been issued for my your and everyone's wife's sister's effective until 4/26/9. You get jack shit otherwise.
And I thought you were a breast type of guy.
Who's to say that I don't like both?
Civil danger for the city of Fairbanks and surrounding areas.
Stupid alert. Stupid alert. Stupid alert. You're a Siri, get off the microphone and make me my double quarter-pound cheeseburger, damn it.
Residents in the city of Fairbanks should not venture outside by any means necessary.
Well, god fucking damn, Alaska got that trip though.
Doing so will put your life at risk.
Risk. This is why you're a Siri. Let's hope it's an actual news station, and not some fucking CNN bullshit. Okay, good, it's NPR.
Alright guys, KNPR News just received something quite concerning. So, you all know about these worldwide temperature drops that are occurring, correct?
Yes, temperatures...
Don't you have any boyfriends you need to cheat on or something?
Out of all people, why in the name of holy ever-loving f*** did NPR hire this bitch?
She's probably dating the manager of NPR, and sucking his massive while French kissing his.
Okay, at this point we're just losing ad revenue.
Aw man, but I forgot to mention the part where she shoves right up her tight.
Jesus fucking Christ, Tom, you're gonna get this video age restricted.
Why do you ask?
Well, I was just handed a special report by one of my producers. Guess what the temperature was at Death Valley this morning?
Death Valley is where that cheating bitch belongs. f***ing e-girl head.
What was it?
High 42.
Jeez. My goodness me.
Holy.
Hang on one moment. Something just came in the wire.
Okay, seriously, who the f*** would be hovering over there and act like it's their special sauce chalice?
DerpyFireAlarms.
Oh my god.
That's what she said.
I've just received this alarming bulletin.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Nevada Emergency Management Agency. This is a statewide priority activation.
You could have left out the has collection and just said, statewide priority activation.
Widespread temperature drops are continuing to occur across the state of Nevada, with a recent report indicating a sudden drop in -1,000 to -2,000 degrees in the northernmost portions of Nevada.
How in the name of ever-loving f*** did the temperatures drop this low to f***ing begin with?
There have also been reports of completely frozen areas in Death Valley, California, which is one of the hottest places in the entire world year-round.
No, really. I didn't know that at all. I thought Death Valley was always cold.
Current temperatures there are around 35 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. This is already proving to be an increasingly dangerous situation for these areas.
And here we f***ing go again with the repetition. This is just like rising heat, except instead of the world burning it's freezing over.
That was the entire pitch meeting. Wow guys, rising heat did so well. Let's just make it again but opposite.
I think something is happening globally. Yeah, you think. The alert just mentioned that temperatures are dropping across the world.
Goodbye Canada.
Funny Canadian WX200 man would not approve.
Wait, what happens to Santa Claus?
Really, you used New York City's Hot 97 for rising heat and now you're using it for absolute zero. This just proves Paul's point. Path to nowhere. That's the path that the scenario's going with all of its repetition.
Civil danger warning for New York City and surrounding boroughs.
Just say civil danger warning for the 5 boroughs of New York City for crying out loud.
At 8:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, numerous reports of major portions of the city suffering deep freezes have come in during the past 2 hours, with recent reports indicating portions of the Empire State Building, the Freedom Tower, the Statue of Liberty.
The statue of what? Damn it Dave, quit busting underneath the table.
Some 4th of July scenario this is turning out to be.
And one Times Square have been completely frozen over within a matter of minutes, causing those frozen portions of the buildings to become unstable, collapsing to the ground, only to shatter upon impact.
You know, for people who take great pride in their country, the fact that they fictionalize the Statue of Liberty collapsing is really unpatriotic.
The National Aeronautics and Space Administration has also received some concerning information regarding this deep freeze. During the past 2 days, scientists have noticed that the distance between Earth and the Sun has been dramatically increasing in a short span of time. The distance between Earth and the Sun has been dramatically increasing in a short span of time.
It is literally f***ing impossible for the Sun to move from its place. How the f*** did I not pick this up during rising heat? You know what? F*** it.
Now wait. Hold on a minute Tom. We're not even finished with the scenario yet. However, look at what I found. This Forbes article states that Earth has been slowly migrating outward in its orbit and will continue to do so for billions of years to come. So yes, you're right from your stance regarding the Sun, and since this scenario indicates that the Sun is moving away, it is hereby deemed entirely unrealistic. However, if the scenario was factually revised and researched, then it could have been possible if it was centered around the idea of Earth's continuous drag outward of its orbit.
Fine. Take away half of the sins I put up. I'm still standing by my statement.
NASA will transmit an announcement regarding this if it becomes confirmed or not through a new civil danger warning nationwide.
Are you speaking gibberish, Dave?
As Independence Day approaches closer and closer each and every second, widespread panic is currently happening in most areas of the country, causing more damage and drama to this situation.
Bringing more drama. Gee, look who's talking.
This message will be retransmitted in approximately 1 minute across all radio and television stations across the country.
Oh yes, because civil danger warnings can totally be issued and relayed for the entire United States at once.
Not to mention, the alert was encoded just for New York City. So the alert would have to be retoned in order for it to be relayed on a national level. This would only work for alerts like emergency action notification and termination, National Information Center statements, and the National Periodic Test.
New York? Issuing alerts for the entire United States? They must be on a sugar high.
Speaking of which, depending on when this video goes live, this is your reminder that the 2021 National Periodic Test is taking place on August 11, 2021 at approximately 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time. Get your cameras and batteries ready, because I know everyone is going to foam at the mouth like SBC Brentwood, Tennessee 615.
Don't forget about Dinkleberry McFace over here too.
Do you want me to bitch slap your fake you f?
We're getting out of character. Quick, the ad revenue.
Again, no Sherlock. The alert just said the sun is moving away from Earth. Cue the factual research.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, KZRG. Time to see Michael die for the umpteenth time.
Brace yourselves for the Simps.
Good evening, everyone.
Gotta ask the same question that I asked in Rising Heat. How the f is it a good evening if people are freezing to death?
Happy Independence Day. Or at least we wish it was a happy Independence Day.
At least we wish it was a happy Independence Day. This turned into everywhere at the end of funk really damn quick.
Several reports have been coming in from around the world that everything is experiencing a deep freeze. Numerous deaths and injuries have been reported from this horrible event as well.
Okay, time to go on a field day with more shit that can be taken out of context. Paul, get the notepad ready.
I don't know how much more I can take. As of yet, but we are waiting patiently for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a national emergency. My God! Everything's freezing! Everything's freezing before our very eyes! Everything's stopping!
Let's hope the community doesn't make something out of these.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Also, last I checked, EAS tones don't modulate themselves in pitch like WSCR does. Damn bro, are you dying or snoring?
You know, I really wonder if anyone in Joplin would even have a radio on to hear him die in the first place.
You're legit violating all sorts of curfews, and ignoring any advice posted by civil authorities by going outside, and recording the fireworks like this. Not to mention the fireworks would freeze upon being lit up.
Fire can't even be sparked. All means of physics have been defied.
And I smell a whole load of bullshit in this one scene.
The choppers and motors in the sirens would be too frozen to even rotate to begin with. They would crack upon trying to budge.
I already deal with screaming from the damn children. I don't need any more screaming while I'm watching the world crumble like Jake Paul's career.
Everyone's panicking and screaming now. Why didn't they start doing this? Oh, I don't know, 72 hours ago. The first time we see an ending that isn't a sage is at the end of the scenario, and of course it's this abomination.
At least they finally got the fucking font right instead of using that emergency alert system generator bullshit they used in Rising Heat. But for fuck's sake, the outline of the text makes it hard to read. And why does it have to be blue? Ice is just water. It is no color, unless you put that flavored dye in it.
How is the ocean water blue, bitch?
I'm not sure.
When you play Minecraft, what color is the ice block?
Bitch, I'm not a 9-year-old. I play Roblox like a real man.
Case dismissed. All parties may now leave the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin.
Those tones probably can't even be decoded with all of the fucking background noise. My fucking ears are now pregnant.
Stand by.
Aw, Tom. Dave took your spot. Sucks to suck.
Dave, I will and
The following message has been given authorization for release as a request to the President, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the United States government.
I can't even hear Fiery he bitch with so many fucking names that end in 88's voice, because the sirens are too damn loud.
Effective at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is not a test.
I think we know that it isn't a test. Well, maybe not people with dementia, but that's for another time.
Repeat, this is not a test. A global emergency has now been declared across the entire planet. Widespread, numerous deep freezes have been reported across the planet in direct correlation to the entire planet's dramatic increase of distance between the sun and itself. Temperatures ranging from 250 below zero to 953 below zero have been reported across the world as well, resulting in many cities and states turning into a frozen, lifeless wasteland.
Dude, I don't even think anyone is actually hearing this message. The air would be too cold for TV signals to even be received at more than 5 feet. Cable lines would have been frozen and damaged beyond use.
NASA has also shed some disturbing news about this situation. It is confirmed that there will be no way of stopping this situation from escalating any further.
This is literally fucking Rising Heat's emergency action notification script, but with absolute zeros plot instead. Jesus Christ, it's like I'm going through deja vu all over again. Do I seriously need to whoop somebody's ass to oblivion?
Our beautiful planet is slowly coming to an end as we know it.
Lil by bitch.
Catastrophic and unprecedented damage has occurred throughout the entire planet as this horrible event unfolds, and humanity is experiencing its imminent doom.
Manifesto of the Apocalypse, Volume 2, full overused plots and references to prior scenarios that aren't even similar to each other.
Planet Earth is about to succumb to the elements of absolute zero.
You're wrong again. Planet Earth is about to succumb to the elements of
these nuts.
Everything is freezing entirely within a matter of seconds.
Evidently. Look at the broadcast. The CG is slowing down, and your voice is getting deeper, as if your balls are dropping to the fucking floor.
They're not dropping, they're hardening as they freeze.
While Independence Day continues to be celebrated across the entire country for the final time, fireworks being launched in these areas are also being frozen solid in the air as they explode.
The video didn't show that at all. What the f do you mean? Oh great, this encounter just broke. Now we gotta spend the entirety of our ad revenue to fix it. And ThunderBuddy 01 just spent his last check on a new desk. Thanks, y'all suck major dick, once again.
Well, maybe if you didn't add 5 million sins for every stupid conflict we wouldn't have had this problem. Damn it, Tom, now we're part of the hypocrisy.
Well, fruity doody do.
With the sun and the earth moving further away from each other, temperatures will only drop even further beyond expectations, to the point where all life on Earth will perish from this catastrophic astronomical phenomenon.
My brain hurts from all of this regurgitated shit from rising heat.
Numerous power outages and blackouts have also occurred from this event. Several cars, trucks, and even people were completely frozen solid in major cities across the country and the rest of the world. As the station signs off with the final time on our national anthem, all residents in the United States listening to this message, if you're still alive.
Bro, everyone's fucking dead at this point. Nobody can survive past 60 below zero anyway.
Gather your friends and family and pray for our final moments together. That's said in Romans 6:3.
No, that biblical shit.
Please stand by as we conclude this final activation of the emergency alert system.
If you pause here, this is a perfect way to get image burn on your expensive TV. Why did the second end of message header have such a dramatic change in pitch? That was my mind finally breaking apart after listening to that failed attempt of a broadcast.
It sounded so juicy.
Oh my fucking god, Paul, what in the absolute hell is wrong with you?
Oh hey, look, it's WDFA TV sign-off message that was totally not adopted because of this scenario. Also yes, the TV just magically unfreezes.
Guess who forgot to record an audio segment for this? Hey, that would be me. So on behalf of DerpyFireAlarms, I would like to ask, God, is that you?
Don't you think it's a bit disrespectful to the national anthem to have it altered as the broadcast freezes, let alone after magically unfreezing itself following the EAN? That moment when you suffer a voice crack during choir. We've seen the stock image-like effect over 400 times now. I'd rather see Paul clapping the cheeks of Violetta over in Hialeah, Florida at this point.
Same here. Wait, what the
Two things wrong with this. First of all, how the can people see this glow from outer space? Did NASA manage to teleport some of their employees to the International Space Station or something?
Wait, does the International Space Station have heaters?
Also, bluish frozen glow. Bruh, you legit used similar dialogue in Rising Heat, you lazy Except instead of blue, you used orange. Are you that lazy that you had to reuse the same fucking script work? Uninhabitable frozen wasteland. Again, you reused the same script from Rising Heat, and yet you somehow managed to make it unique enough to where people would actually cry their eyes out like your typical 14-year-old BTS fan at a concert. This scenario is so god-awful this encounter doesn't even keep track of its sins anymore. I'm just spamming the insert button at this point.
Skip it up and down.
Well shit. Now it's really dead.
This isn't even the worst scenario in existence, so we're going to have to buy the Super Mega Ultra Titan Gigantum Optimistics Encounter, which has a retail price of $69,420.99. Or, how about this? Maybe you could relax a bit and not do a million sins for every time you get triggered. We've only touched the actually decent scenarios, we haven't even gotten to do the terrible ones yet. Maybe I'll take control of this encounter in the next episode.
ThunderBuddy Media and News Network Help Desk. This is Microsoft David speaking.
Hi, yes, Father David. It's Tom. Can you please send me a small loan of $1 million?
What are you, Donald Trump? Tom, the viewers are getting bored.
Sounds like something your wife would say when you are knocking up her sister.
You know what? F this shit. I'm out.